Welcome everybody to Solo Rolling. I do need to fix one cropping real quick. I tried to fix my layout issue a little bit by there we go, making my Roll20 rolls smaller. There we go. Alright, yes, welcome everybody. I am Adam DeWeese, and tonight on Solo Rolling we are playing Citadel of the Raven. This is a three-part trilogy. It was Death Knight Squire, Tyrant of Zhentil Keep, and then this one. The first one, Death Knight Squire, I ran that a real long time ago, a year plus ago, I believe. And then this one, the last one, was what I ran about 3 weeks ago on Solo Rolling, or 4 weeks ago even by this point. But if you didn't watch that one, no worries. It is recap time. So on that one, I got to a town that was pretty bad. Randall said, "Isn't there 5 books?" Is there 5 books? I don't know. I thought this was the end of the trilogy, but there may be. That would be cool if there was 5 books, because I always need more content for the show. But the gist of the last book was that I got to a town, found out that a lot of people there really hated orcs. There is this Citadel of the Raven that was apparently being marched on by tens of thousands of orcs. And at that, I started to kind of quest around town a little bit just to kind of earn some money, bought some stuff, and at that time I was playing a druid named Smokey the Bearkin. It was a druid of the Wildfire, which is one of the new Tasha's Cauldron, whatever that book's called, subclasses. But at the end of it, the only thing that really connects us to this book here is that a spy, he was dressed as a Zentarium guard, but he was actually some kind of spy in this group called Knights of... I actually have some notes. Knights of Mithranor. And they had a quest for me to sneak into the Citadel of the Raven and kill this usurper that has taken over. They've gotten word of a secret passage that will allow me through some sewers, I think it was. And no one in their group could come because I forget the reasons, but there was reasons. Yes, Dragonbait, I've got some notes, but if you saw them, you would probably not be surprised. I am not playing Smokey tonight. Good question, Zoltar. So, if you were watching the end of the last stream, we made my character. It was going to be a Tabaxi blood hunter named Garfield. Garfeeld. Thank you so much, Randall, for the subscription, by the way. But I've been painting all day, and I came down here about 20 minutes ago, and I looked at my character sheet for that blood hunter, Garfield, and realized that I really had absolutely zero idea of how to play a blood hunter. So much so that I thought that the entire night I would just be looking up things to do. And I didn't want that, so I'm going to save Garfield for the next stream. So I started looking through my characters I had already on D&D Beyond that I would actually know how to play, and what I settled on is playing Don Volcano, who is a artificer level 3. This adventure is level 3. I got to take max HP per the adventure, and I am the battlesmith. So I've got a little mechanical dog with me that I very much enjoy. This is one of my favorite artificer classes, and subclass. And I think it's going to work really well for solo D&D because I pretty much have like a pet that can it can do the defender thing where it grants disadvantage as a reaction on somebody within 5 feet of it. So I pretty much will have disadvantage on attacks against me like all night, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, that is Don Volcano, the Battlesmith Artificer. I've got some items and some gold from the last adventure. Most notably, I've got 2 health potions, so that's probably almost certainly going to come in handy tonight. And how the last book ended is I was on the road to the Citadel of the Raven, and trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. I've got some weird stuff, like I got a rat whistle. I've got 3 progress points. I'm not sure exactly what that entails for this adventure, but I believe they carry over. Yeah, I've got some horse treats and dog treats and cat treats, you know, just the run-of-the-mill D&D stuff. Yeah, Zoltar, the Blood Hunter, I'm sure it's very cool, and I do want to play Garfield really bad, but that will be a solo adventure that I spend more than 10 minutes prepping for, so I ended up just passing just for tonight. Okay, first off, love this cover. Looks really good. Also, I really like that these adventures put the books in, the maps, in a booklet, which means that I can just kind of scroll through like that in my PDF viewer, and it works really well for the stream, so thank you for that, Paul. Yeah, I think that would be a good chat points reward. At least like a Cure Wounds, cast Cure Wounds on somebody. Alright, let us start the Citadel of the Raven. Oh, here we go. This is probably going to do all the recap that I just did really badly. So some of this may be redundant of what I just said. But let me read this so that if I did miss anything, no one's lost. Okay, so welcome to the 3rd in our series of solo adventures, Raven of the Citadel of the Raven, sequel to Tyrant of Zhentil Keep. 3rd level, you can play without a DM. By the way, one of these days, I want to get somebody to stream a solo one-shot with me. So I guess it wouldn't be a solo, but you can still play these DMless adventures. Usually they'll have scaling for 2 players. So you may see me with a guest here in an upcoming stream. But it's in the Forgotten Realms, yeah. Okay, so the mission I received in Zhentil Keep is from a secret society of warriors known as the Knights of Mithraenor. What can you expect is a mix of combat and roleplay. Fun. Oh, I forget Don Volcano's voice. Oh, hey, Tiana. Yeah, see? Well, now we've got guests already lining up, and I'll have to do a duo rolling miniseries. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe a good idea to go and play... Oh, so this says that you don't even have to play Tyrant of Zhentil Keep before going on this quest. So I don't think if you didn't watch the previous one, I think you're going to be A-okay still. A lot of this don't need progress points. I've got 3 progress points. Okay. Max HP, got that bad boy. Which isn't a whole lot. I'm only got 30. Randall. Hey, Randall. Have you ever seen somebody make a DMless D&D one-shot that scales for a full party? Because that would be onto something. That would be funny. You could literally play D&D as a whole group, but just without a DM. Yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It'd be some balancing stuff on the creator's part, but that would be cool. Okay, yeah, see, multiplayer version, and they'll usually have some like this one says death saves are allowed, and then double the monster number. So, okay. Opportunities will be given to rest. Cool, cool. A lot of this is kind of boilerplate stuff for solo adventures. Yeah, so I did a level 3 character. Use the character you adventured with. So I'm supposed to be using Smokey the Bearkin, but I had a class change and a name change and a race change and an everything change along the way, I guess, in the last 10 minutes. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's begin this adventure. I don't know why I keep clicking this thing. Here we go. You awake at the foot of the Dragonspine Mountains. You quickly break camp and stow your gear, your mind already on the quest before you. As you eat a breakfast of hard bread, cheese, and some nuts and berries you foraged the day before, you remember your adventure in Zhentil Keep, eventful as they were. Those adventurers saw you encounter an elusive group of elder warriors named the Knights of Myth Draenor. From them, you received a quest. I'm really bad, everybody, that I did a bad job recapping this story when this is about to do it right here. You leave your campsite and walk out to the path you saw the night before, a twisting walkway which leads right into the heart of the dragon spines. Foothills rise before you, and beyond that, mountains. Many, many miles worth of mountains. The largest of these peaks appear to be nearly 60 miles away, and from here you can see the sun hitting their tops, black shadows thrown across the huge valleys that sweep down from the summits like long strokes from a potter's knife. Your mission is clear. You have been tasked with locating the entrance to the secret tunnels used by the Zhentarim faction. You remember the words of Huon Falconhand, spoken to you the day before yesterday. We need you to find the entrance to these tunnels, where they lie within the dragon spines. We need you to follow these tunnels inside the Citadel, and once there, to kill the Zhentarim spies that have assassinated Galtrum Hartcomb and infiltrated the Citadel. They may be holding their men there hostage, or they may be hiding in plain sight. Love you.
Love you.
Good night.
Love you to the moon.
Love you to the moon and back.
Look at my yuppie boo-boo.
I know, I see that. Sweet dreams, buddy. Good night. Will you close that door for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright. I'll need to have him as an NPC one day. Sorry about that. Yes, the tunnels, you think to yourself. The Zhentarim are slippery customers, so no doubt the entrance for these tunnels is well hidden. But then again, the dragon spines are a lonely country with few settled folks inhabiting them. Perhaps the Zhentarim feel that they can do whatever they want within these hills, and they won't be so well hidden. There could be even more than one entrance. Pondering these thoughts, you shoulder your pack and begin trotting to the path that ascends into the brown earthen foothills of the Dragonspine mountain range. The day is overcast but warm, and you are soon sweating as the paths climb steeply upwards. Pine trees dot the hills here and there, and far ahead you see a small forest which lies over the hills like a green blanket. By mid-morning, you are in the hills and vales of the dragon spines, walking a path which follows the curve of the slopes. Dry brown hills give way to more mountainous country covered with pine trees. At one point, you stop to take provisions at an area that has been cleared of foliage by a landslide. Munching slowly on your rations, you gaze down the length of a long gash in the mountainside, ripped clean of foliage by a battering ram of natural debris. Split trees show bright orange wounds, fresh exposed timber where their trunks have been mauled or completely shattered by rapidly tumbling boulders. At the bottom of this section of forest, many hundreds of meters below, lies a mass of wreckage, stripped tree trunks, earth, rocks, all thrown together. You finish your lunch and continue upwards, further into the dragon spines. Hours later, you are traversing a lonely stretch of wooded track when you hear the sound of horse hooves and voices coming from around the track ahead. To stand and face the horsemen, 572. To move off the track and go hide, 166. Y'all, are we facing the horsemen or hiding from the horsemen? What do we think? Face? Hide. Oh, we got 2 to 1. 2 face, 1 hide. Okay, I'll do the face for this one. Face one off. Barely. Oh no, it's 2-2. Oh. Don Volcano hides from no man. Oh shoot, you guys. I'll roll a D2 because it is a draw. We'll do 1 for hide, 2 for face them. We got a 2. Okay, Don Volcano's gonna face them. So that is, would your metal dog let you hide? Yeah, I don't know how sneaky that thing is. I may have had to have made a stealth check if I did try to hide, but I'll stand and face them, and if I die, this will be the shortest stream ever. You continue ahead on the path, giving your weapon a quick check before to make sure it is within easy reach, but not stopping or hiding, or in any way signifying that you shouldn't be here. Walking along the path exactly as you are. This might be a bad idea, guys. The voices increase in volume, and then some 50 yards ahead, 2 horsemen appear, rounding the corner. Initially, they don't see you, deep as they are in conversation regarding the virtues and popular pipeweeds. So they're potheads, I guess? But then one notices you and gives his companion a nudge, and they are both fully armored and have pikes strapped to the side of their mounts. You have to move close to the hillside part of the track to let the riders pass, and as they pass, one nods at you, "Morning, traveler. On your way to the vast?" You quickly try to form a response. Choose an answer and turn to the appropriate... Oh. The vast, what's that? I am. And you for Zhentil Keep. No, here to scout dragon lairs, actually. Or perhaps you would like to make up some story, in which case make a deception check. Ooh. Those are all really good answers. I was leaning towards I am, but I don't know what the vast is. I don't know if that's where I am going, but I think you're right. I don't want to ask them a question and say what's that, because that means I'm gonna have to talk to them more, and just like me, Adam, in real life, I would try to talk the least amount as possible so that I can just go and limit my human interaction. I think I am would be the shortest conversation. I see I am and I see lie. How deceptive is Don Volcano? I don't think Don Volcano is a very good liar, to be honest. It's a -1, so let's... Danny, I think anytime it's ever came up, Danny, I think you've always told me to lie, and it's usually steered me right. But for Don Volcano, I don't think it's the right move. I'm gonna tell him I am. Just so I can be like, yeah, I am. I wish I could say I am and not ask him if they're going to Zhentil Keep, but 206. By the way, I'm glad that this one, the last adventure, anytime I clicked one of these links, it would zoom in on the page, and it kept I kept having to fix it for the stream, which was bad, but I'm really glad that they fixed this. Yeah, Danny, I don't know what that says either. The writer appears to consider his response for a moment or two. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, considering the Vast is about 300 miles southeast of here, I'd say you're full of it. Who are you really? A spy, I'll wager? Suddenly, before you know it, both he and his companions have their weapons out and they look at each other for a casual exchange and now turn into something far more serious. Oh. No. Oof. This is gonna suck. I done fucked up real bad. I was trying to do the thing like, I'm going to that place, whatever you said, and Ooh, what map is this? Zhentarim Fighters map. That is 21. It's pretty far down there. Here it is. Yeah, that's about how I pictured it right there. Pretty close quarters. It looks like a hill to the left and some heavy shrubbery and trees to the right. So, pretty tight quarters. Okay. I know, Danny, you've never steered me wrong. I just really... Damn. Well... Okay, well, here we go. They have dismounted, so that's good. They're not on their horses anymore. Whoa, it says this combat could be deadly. Those pikes look vicious. That sounds like a warning, if I've ever heard one. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna roll my initiative first. 15, not bad. I don't know why my initiative looks like that in like that purple box, but yeah, they do. They're like fully armored. They look very tough. I'm gonna have them roll their initiative together, which is also +2, unfortunately. Oh, dang it, I got excited, but I didn't roll that right. Ooh, okay, cool. I get to go first, at least. That is gonna be a big deal. Let me make sure, if you score more than 10 points on an attack, make an intimidation check. Okay. They will turn south and flee if I do that. Cool. I like that. I want to try to make them flee. Oh, it says you may flee this combat by scaling the foliage-clad hill. Oh, so it's uphill, not downhill. The horsemen will not bother following. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I wish I could make channel points on like on the fly right now. Yeah, okay. So sorry, I'm trying to run through my head. Obviously, I don't think I'll win this fight. I don't think Don Volcano will win this fight. I think Don Volcano could maybe do 10 points of damage in one attack and make them flee, but then again, I have to make an intimidation check for that to even work. I also think I could just try to skedaddle on up that path and take a progress point. To be honest, I don't know if I'm really in that big of a rush. I know I'm trying to find these secret tunnels and there might be some prisoners down there, but honestly, if I have to spend an extra 2 hours taking a long route and the prisoners died in that 2-hour window, then that means I had too small of a window to begin with, and these fools should have sent me on this mission a day or two ago. So, what was I saying? Would Don Volcano be a baby if he takes off running? Also, I'm gonna try to add a while chat ponders that, I am gonna try to add a heal, a heal real quick. So pardon me. Channel points. Here we go. I don't think it takes a very long time. I just don't know if they'll pop up. For now, I'll put 5,000. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that even pops up or not. I think I'm gonna try to flee. I really do. I think you may flee by scaling If you leave melee range, am I in melee range? So they have pikes. Pikes have 10-foot reach. I think just one is within... Okay, so just one. Only one would get an attack of opportunity on me. I'm going to do that. I know it's not super exciting right away, just fleeing and running. But I got lucky, and I've got the... yeah, see, yeah, they could kill me really quick. Oh, yeah, I could disengage. I'm gonna do that. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I think the only way this worked is because of me getting to go first in combat. I got very lucky and only by 1 point, but because I got lucky, I don't want to burn that luck. So I am actually going to, yes, I'm gonna disengage and I'm going to run and scramble up that hill and hope that I never see those two again. And now I know that the Vale is very far away, and not to say I'm going to the Vale ever again. I think I might have went to the wrong thing, because this is saying quickly you check the body, so I will not be getting that 35 gold. I won't be getting those letters. I'm not going to read that. I see that something saying something. I'm just going to click on 225, and I'm going to add a progress point to my notes. So I'm at 4 progress points. Lessons learned indeed. Did I say 225? Or what number was I supposed to be going to? It looks like I'm supposed to be going to 225, right? Yeah, so add 1 progress point. So I think I would be adding another progress point. Okay, so I added 2. So I'm up to 5 progress points, whatever that means. Ahead, you see that the main path into the Dragon Spines enters a small forest with covers a range of low hills. Behind you, deep valleys wind their way back to the Moonsea region. You have arrived at the high country of the Dragon Spines, and you press on, entering the small woods that covers this section of the foothills. Are you a Beast Ranger Master, or Beast Master Ranger, rather? No. As you enter this wood, the thick canopy blocks out much of the natural light. You are walking toward into the dappled green gloom, watching the path ahead for any movement. It is early afternoon when you finally arrive at a crossroads, the first junction you have encountered since entering the Spines. Ooh, to go north 326, east 114, west. Oh, I don't know. This seems like this is kind of like a toss-up. Oh yeah, because it says, "Are you a Beastmaster Ranger?" That, or maybe it's something to do with like your beast being able to track something that's tracking me. We'll probably find out soon. I really don't have a preference here, north, east, or west. So I think just maybe the first. So I got go west. I think I will. I think I'm gonna go west. 552. Hope for the best. Danny, I didn't listen to you last time, and I got screwed for that. So, turning west, you quickly move down a path which twists and dips, crossing a small stream at one point. Fallen trees lay across the path here and there, and you find yourself wondering who is tasked with maintaining this track. Whoever it is, they have been neglecting their duties of late. Eventually, the woods thin, and you see the trees coming to an end ahead. You emerge from the forest and onto a path which forges further into the western Dragon Spines. Okay, so far so good. West is best. Add 1 progress point. Oh, these things are kind of starting to stack up now, everybody. You walk on as the sun gradually descends towards the western horizon. You are not ready to stop yet, though, telling yourself that you can surely cover a few more miles before nightfall. You are just starting to wonder whether this will ever encounter another soul on this lonely path when you round a corner and see a little tavern by the wayside. It looks pretty well maintained, and you can hear voices inside. To enter and investigate, go to 120. Okay, it says to enter and investigate what's going on in this seedy little tavern. I don't like the word seedy there. Go to 120. To continue up the road, looking for a place to camp, 561. Yeah, Tiana, I think these progress points, obviously it's bad to have a lot of progress points. So I may get there, and maybe depending on how many progress points I've had, maybe some prisoners have been executed or something. Yeah, I'm going to go into the tavern. I wish they didn't use the word seedy, though. That's what's scaring me off. Add a progress point. Whew, boy, I don't know if 7's a lot, but it seems like a lot. I started with 3. I've over doubled it. Okay, yeah, chat overwhelmingly voted for seedy tavern, so let's do it. You enter this little nameless tavern expecting this place to be empty or having 1 or 2 patrons, but to your surprise, you find it well populated. 2 old men are seated at the bar, solemnly sipping at large tankards of ale, while a portly middle-aged man serves them and tends them. Your attention is drawn to a group of patrons settled around a circular table. Walking over to them, you see that they are engrossed in a game of sort with some cards. The aim of the game seems to be to openly cheat. As before every hand, all players show their 3 cards to each other and then deftly remove one of them up a sleeve or somewhere else. Their skill is impressive. 1 or 2 of the players are so deft as to make the cards literally vanish. The player who then guesses the makeup of the most hands around the table wins. Do you want to play? Yeah, this game seems to require a great deal of sleight of hand and perception. I can see that. Just so everybody knows a little bit about your boy Don, his sleight of hand is +2. Everybody knows my deception is -1. It's not deception, it's perception, which is a resounding +3. That is much better. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. I want to see how this game works mostly. Don Volcano's an inquisitive type. I've played Don Volcano on One Shot Onslaught once when Sean DM'd, and he's pretty much. And I played it on a stream at Monopot Studios once too, and he's pretty much like a cliche vacationer or tourist. I mean. Always has. He's a fire genasi. I don't think I ever said what Don Volcano is. Don Volcano is a fire genasi, so he's always got a little bit of sunscreen smattered on his nose. He's got some khaki shorts or some swim trunks rather, if it's beachy, that are always altogether way too short. Button up floor like a shirt with the flowers on it. Let's try it out. 455. You sit down at the table with experienced players who give you a nod acknowledging your arrival. That's good. It'd be really embarrassing if they just all ignored me. To win a hand of this game, make a sleight of hand and a perception check, and then take their average. The DC you're aiming for is 12. The stake is 20 gold. Ooh. I do have 20 gold. I've actually got, it says 115 GP. Plus 700 minus 650. So I don't know why I took such complicated notes for my gold, but I guess that means that I've got 165. So I'm gonna change it to that because I don't know what that other stuff means. So I got 165 gold. I will wager 20 here. Okay, so I'm looking for a DC 12 average from a perception. Sleight of hand, that's easy enough. Ooh. That's a 7 right there. This needs to be a very good sleight of hand. Oh, I'm not very good at this game. I just lost 20 gold. Okay. So I picture Don like trying to sneakily... my clothes are pretty busy. They've got a lot of little pockets, a lot of like screwdrivers hanging off of random like little knots in my clothes. So I picture when I'm trying to hide them, it's not going super well as I'm jangling around everywhere. If unsuccessful, go to 184. I hope they don't like beat me up because I'm so bad at this. With dismay, you watch another player, a goateed old man, sweep up the 80 gold pot. Ooh, that would have been really nice to win that. Yeah, that's easy enough. Ooh, 80 gold would have been like half of my gold. As other players throw down their cards and discuss, several leave the table. So deduct 20 gold. I already did that. Well done! You can compliment the old man as he chuckles and touches his gray head. I've had a bit of time to practice, but what I want to know is what brings you to these part strangers. Oh, I might have gotten an in with somebody who can help me out because I just paid him 20 gold pretty much. You scan the man's body language, noting his tone of voice also, trying to get some indication of what his motivation would be asking such a question. Is he Zentarium? If you wish to tell him something of yourself, but not the mission, 466. Make up a story, 279, or insight check him. Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I'm just heading to the vast. But going the wrong way. I'm taking the long way to the vast. I'm wrapping around Faerun until I get back to the vast. I kind of want to just insight check him. I think that would be kind of like a freebie, so I don't know why I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna try that. I think I'm kind of. Oh, I got a +1. A 4. I hope he's not like, I see you trying to inspect me. You can't really tell anything about this man. He looks a little seedy. But so does everyone else in the tavern. And you never were one to judge a book by its cover. You don't know whether to trust him or not. To reveal simple details about yourself, 466. Make up a story, 279. Go to the bar and inquire about renting a room for the night, 217. I do think I want to stay here tonight until I find out this place is fucking haunted or something. What the fuck is a codger? To approach the 2 old codgers at the bar. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Roll 20 is hating me tonight. But what do you all think? I got a couple choices here. I kind of want to talk to this guy a little bit. I don't really see what the harm would be about that. Cranky old guy. So talk to the 2 cranky old guys at the bar. I don't really want to talk to the cranky old guys about the bar. That's true. It's so weird whenever I'm on solo rolling and my rolls are just terrible. I'm gonna fix this. I just realized that it's getting cut off a little bit. There you all go. I'm gonna talk to him. 466. Just traveling through, really. A wanderer, eh? Yeah, you could say that. I've wandered far. Haven't seen all of Faerun, but I've seen a far bit. Good and bad. Old man nods thoughtfully, and for a moment you see something in his eye, the flicker of remembrance. He looks like he might have seen a few things in his time also, and he leans close, lowering his voice. If I were you, friend, I'd watch out for the Zentarium. They run things in dragon spines. Not overtly. You won't know you've run afoul of them until it's too late, but, they've known to visit this inn, and they don't really like your type. A wandering type, if you get my drift. I'm not sure if it's safe for you to stay here, friend. You should probably go and find somewhere else to sleep. Fuck yes. I am not going to not listen to this old guy. Don Volcano does not want to be murdered in his sleep. Do you all in chat agree? Because I don't know. I kind of like this guy. He just stole 20 of my gold, but yeah, he seems like he knows what he's talking about. Okay. So 561. I'm not going to talk to anybody else here because they're probably all Zenitarium. Something about staying in that seedy tavern doesn't quite sit right for you, and so you quickly begin searching for a suitable campsite. It doesn't take you long to find a nice flat area, as this whole section of the spine seems to be setting up on a plateau. There's a nice glade here with poplar trees and a babbling stream running through. Lay out your bedroll, kindle a small fire in order to cook a fish you had caught in the river. I like to picture that I didn't catch the fish in the river, but my little dog. Ooh, I had a name for my little dog. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Clank. My little dog Clank caught the fish and not me. After filling your belly with roasted fish, you settle down for what you hope is a peaceful night's sleep. Cool. I hope it is. I really do. 192. Oh no, I see. You wake in the middle of the night with a terrible itching sensation covering your body. Sitting up and kindling a light source. I don't think I have dark vision. You strip off your tunic to discover to your horror that you are covered in ants. They have red bodies and appear to have been feasting on you. Ooh. Take 1d4 minus 1 piercing damage. Ooh. Wow. I swear, whenever I roll enemy damage or enemy hits, Roll20 fucking loves me. But as soon as I have to roll my stuff, they hate me. Of course, it rolled max damage on there. Let me do my 3 damage real quick. Alright, I'm down to 27 HP. Where was that? Do you possess a hammock? I think I do possess a hammock, especially as an artificer. I don't have a hammock. Damn it. You'll have to try your best to get back to sleep and just let the ants go to town? Oh, unless I can think of another way. Oh, I can definitely think of another way. Let's see. I've watched enough Naked and Afraid to know. No, they pretty much just get fucked up by ants in that show. They usually don't really. I've got rope and I've got pittance and a hammer. Oh no! You know what I've got? I probably shouldn't have this. I probably shouldn't have this because I probably should have. I've got it from what's it called? Like when I used to play this guy. So I've got an alchemy jug. So no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, it will. I'm gonna make a gallon of honey. And I am just going to put it all over, like spread out the gallon of honey a little bit away from me. And I think that would distract the ants for the night. I think so. So I will go to the hammock as if I had a hammock. Because I think that's what it means. Because it says, unless you can think of a solution, go to 25. I'm gonna go to 123 and hope that they just eat the fucking honey all night. Supremely pleased at your own foresight of having alchemy jug. You string the rope bed up between 2 young trees and soon settle down, beaming grin on your face. You wake fairly early, well rested and eager to get going. Because this is kind of like a mix. I don't know. I'll keep the ant damage. I will. I'll keep as if they still ate on me. For that 3 points. After taking some rations and having a quick wash in the stream, You return to the northwest path and set out at a bit brisk pace, eager to cover as many mods as you can today. Add 1 progress point. We are up to 8, everybody. Don't know if that's good or bad, but we will find out. Early sunlight is quickly covered by a bank of clouds from the south, which you welcome. At least you won't be traveling in the blazing sun. Actually, Don Volcano probably really likes the sun. The hills around you grow steeper and are covered with sun-scorched grass with the occasional copse of trees. Boulders and other rock formations jut out from here and there. If somebody were watching you, they would certainly have multiple vantage points to do so. As you're walking, you hear a loud buzzing noise. If there's more fucking insects, look around, you see the bee population has increased exponentially in the last little while. They must have a hive nearby, trying to come take my honey. I don't know if I would. Yeah, I know. I can't believe I just used a bunch of honey and then I found a bunch of bees very next entry. I don't know if I would go and investigate the bees. I don't know if I would be that interested. Unless chat wants me to go investigate the bees, then of course I will. Oh yeah. Yeah, Smokey would probably would be immune to bee damage, I imagine. Or if I was Jambalaya Pendergrass from Shitty Cowboys, he's got a pocket full of wasps. Alright. Alright, now chat's saying it would be rude to not go and just say hi to these fucking bees. Alright, I'm gonna say hi to the bees. You walk off the path a little way. Now watch, I'm probably gonna get like some honeycomb nugget worth like 100 gold or something from this. You walk off the path a little way and it doesn't take long before you spot it. A huge beehive hanging from a low branch of an old tree. It looks like the hive has been there for a while, and from the bottom you can see where nectar has collected and is seeping out of the hive itself. Several small creatures are here lapping at the base of the hive, braving the stings to collect some nectar. To try to get some honey. I literally just used a gallon of honey. Oh, that is so funny. That's so weird. Guys, do I need honey? I mean, we made it in canon to that I've got an alchemy jug, so I don't think I really need to risk getting stung and or bit by the animals just to get a drop or two of honey. Alright, so I said hello. I'm like, hey bees, hey wildlife creatures, nice to see ya. And head on north. So now I'm not rude, and now I'm not gonna be like cursed by a witch or something for not saying hello to some bees. I didn't know that was a thing, everybody. Is that like an unwritten D&D rule where if you see a hive of bees you gotta stop by and say hello? 161. You're not really interested in honey. You have enough provisions to keep you going. You return to the main path and head north. 559. It is now. Yes, I'm gonna start granting my players advantage if they ever go out of the way and find some bees and say hello to them. You're walking along a path which passes through a little patch of woods, and a troll jumps out and says, "Give me all of your honey!" No, I'm just joking. When suddenly a foul stench assails your nostrils. Oh my god, it really might be a fucking hungry troll for some honey. Perception check. Oh, is that a critical roll? Oh, it's a critical roll thing. Oh, 6. I smell shit, but I don't smell shit. If unsuccessful, go to 526. Oh, I've got advantage. I'm gonna use it on this because usually perception checks are for not getting surprised rounded on in combat. I don't want to get surprise rounded on, so really hope I don't waste your advantage, Tanya. Let's see. Roll 20 hates me. We tried, Tanya. I'm sorry. Thank you, though. Go to 526. I'm telling you, though, roll 20 really does hate. It doesn't hate me, because sometimes it rolls really good for me, but it hates solo rolling. It hates the show. And it just tries to make the streams as short as possible. Here we go. It was 26, right? You can't tell what the stench is, but it's violent enough to make you gag, and you continue along. Yeah, 361. I guarantee something's about to fucking wreck me. The path twists and turns until you round one corner. You see thorny foliage has completely overgrown this part of the track, and you start looking for another way around. Make a survival, nature, or perception check, DC 20. How do I not think roll 20 is going to give me that? Survival, nature, perception. So my nature and perception are both +3. Which one do you all think? I'm sure the algorithm's not really gonna like care which one it is, but I mean, just roleplay wise, yeah, I kind of like nature because A, I don't get to roll a lot of nature checks, and B, I'm checking out some oh, thank you, Zoltar. Zoltar gave me some advantage. Let's try it out. 14 wouldn't have been too bad. I'm trying to think if I want to use Zoltar's advantage on this roll, because I really don't know if I'm going to hit that 20. How bad's it going to be if I don't hit it? Fuck it. Just because I don't want to risk forgetting about Zoltar's advantage, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it here. Oh, it's rolling. It rolled on my screen, and it's either a 7 or a 1. I think it might be a fucking... It was a 7. A 7 plus 3 is a 10. I don't know why. Sometimes if you click too fast to roll the same stat, the second one will go on D&D Beyond instead of on solo rolling. Damn it. I think this is going to be bad. Suddenly you feel a sharp, piercing sensation in your leg, and you look down to see that a tendril of the thorny bush has wrapped itself around your leg. You struggle to get free. Athletics or acrobatics? Acrobatics +2, athletics +0. I'm gonna try to be a flipper. Oh my goodness, a 9. It is hating me. Unsuccessful. Oh wait! Sorry if that clap was too loud, everybody. I just got so excited because I just read this. Do you have any of Nathan's Noxious Weed Killer? Check it out what I've got in my notes. I sure did. I bought a bunch of random stuff because it was cheap, and I was like, I'm sure I'm going to need that stuff. So I've actually got that. Oh, baby. 306. That's like when I bought the, what was it, horse treats? And then the next session I needed horse treats. 306. You locate the strange little greenish bottle in your backpack. You take it out, hurriedly remove the stopper. You empty the contents onto the plant's tendrils, and the effect is instantaneous. The plant recoils and gives a pained screech as it retreats from you. To your horror, you see that what remains of several humanoids entangled within the vines. You thank Nathan, whoever he was, for sparing you from that fate. The way north is clear. Oh my goodness, I literally got out of a full fight because of that. Jeez. Whoa, that's I'm sorry. I'm still I'm really happy about that because I'm sure that plant would have fucked me up. You walk a little while. I think I'm in 40. You walk a little while, and then to your surprise, you see a path branching off the one you are, and it appears to be heading northeast. Go northeast, or stick to the path we're on, to the north. Yeah, that's definitely the one we're supposed to be on. I don't know. I don't. This is another one where I don't have a big preference one way or another, northeast or north. So whichever way chat wants to go, we will go. North, the path we're on. Northeast. I really don't know where this place is. Okay, I got two right back to back to say keep going the path we're going, so we'll do that. 504. That one goes further down in the thing too, so that's good. Add a progress point. Love it when chat all agrees on a path. It makes me think that I'm going the right way. It was 504, right? Or was it 503? Oh shoot. Does anybody remember? Because this says you walk. They both say progress point. 504. The landscape grows drier to the point where all foliage disappears, and the path climbs steadily upwards. Okay. Yeah, this seems like it's good. The air grows colder too, and you sense that you are approaching the high peaks of the Dragonspine Mountains. Good call, chat. Suddenly, an old man appears on the path ahead. He doesn't look to be in a good way. With one missing leg, he hobbles along on an old crutch, using his only arm as support. Fortunately, the arm and leg are on opposite sides. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to get very far. The old man comes alongside you. Afternoon, youngin'. Now that he is alongside you, see that his hair and beard are a mess, woven through with twigs and leaves. You smell the smell of an old coot. He smells as if he hasn't bathed for weeks, months even. Not only that, but he looks malnourished, as if he hasn't eaten a decent meal in a long time. Hey, what brings you this way? Dragons, is it? Looking for the wormling eggs? No doubt, huh? We get a lot of poachers up here, I can tell you that. Well, you'll have no joy while I'm still breathing, youngin'. The old man prattles on incessantly, and you are beginning to find him annoying. To insist you are no poacher and not interested in dragon products, go to 331 to try and walk faster and get away from the... No, I don't want to do that. That would be mean. It says he looks malnourished, so... Of these two, one's try to get away from him and one's to actually talk to him. Sorry, Chad, I think I'm just going to hop on over to this one. Not a poacher, eh? What brings you out here then? Fate of the Moon Sea, is it? Saving the realm from the destruction? Something along those lines? Come on, you can tell an old timer like me I'm harmless. Just look at me. Come on, young whippersnapper. What brings you up here, eh? The old man's whining voice and incessant questions are beginning to drive you insane. Why don't I answer him then? As you walk, you notice that that the tracks begin skirting the side of a slope. And to your left is a deep ravine dropping down several hundred feet. I hope I'm not thinking about killing this old man. To insist that you don't know what he is talking about and you are simply passing through, go to 317. To ask what he means by the fate of the Moon Sea, go to 558. Sorry. Oh, if you want to give him some food, 168. Oh, Tanya, you're right. He might be thinking about pushing me over that edge. Ooh, I don't like that. Give him food or ask him about the fate of the Moon Sea. I want to give him food first because then I think maybe he'll answer me more. Will you give this old man some of your rations? If so, yes. Or do you have some other type of food that he might like? I can check my note. I got horse treats. I got toffee sugar lumps. Oh, you got some other type of food he might like? Go to 354. Do you have any honey? No, I used all my honey. Do you have any sweets? Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, go to 47. Oh, he's gonna fucking love this. Oh my, sweets from Zhentil Keep. You shouldn't have. You are about to inform him that you didn't really have him in mind when you bought the sweets, but you don't get a chance. The old crone snatches them off and begins greedily stuffing his face with the expensive treats. It barely takes a few moments for him to devour the lot. You are just about to chide the old hobo for his terrible manners when something strange starts to happen. Danny, I can make more honey. I'm counting it that it's like once a day I can. I'm counting it as if I use that this day though for the ants. So remove the toffee sugar lumps. I can't believe the shit I bought is actually coming in handy. I really can't. Kudos to Paul for go to 308. Yeah, oh, Dustin! I didn't think about that. He might be a gremlin, and I just fed him before midnight. Maybe he's a reverse gremlin. As you watch the old man, you see a bizarre transformation begin to take place. His hair organizes itself into a long, silky white mane. His one missing leg and arm regrows themselves, and his tattered rags are replaced by flowing, ornate robes. Thank you for your kindness, young one. Oh, he addresses you in a deep, clear tone. I am Brocus Broadleaf, resident wizard in these parts, and I am aware of your quest. I live here in Dragodon Pass to protect the dragons and the threat of poachers. But I am a friend of the Knights of Myth Draenor also. I have been a wizard for many, many years, which explains how I know who you are. Simply put, you are an open book to me. No one can hide their motives or thoughts from me. I say this out of pride. Not out of pride, pardon me, but out of respect for the skills of my Grand Maester. My teacher, one of the greatest wizards and teachers alive, and now I must take you somewhere. Follow me. I don't think I have much choice. I think I've got to go with this guy because I think he could cast me down in one spell. Man, I'm so glad. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, everybody, real quick before I continue down and follow this guy. I saw this part, his white hair organized into a long, silky white mane, and I thought for sure this motherfucker was turning into a horse. And I was like, fuck, now I gotta take care of a horse? Go to 182. Let's see, it's 8:44. I kind of want to take a really short break, like a 1 to 2 minute break. And I'll be right back, and we'll find out where Brocalis is gonna take me. I will be right back, everybody. Oh yeah, I would have had horse treats for him. Man, I did so fucking good shopping. Everybody, I will be back in like 90 seconds. As soon as I find my be right back thing.
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt! No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
Yeehaw! Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys.
What in tarnation is Shitty Cowboys? We're an actual play Dungeons & Dragons bi-weekly Twitch stream and podcast set in the West Hollow setting. That's right, it's Dungeons and Dragons and Cowboys. What else more could you ask for? Follow Sean Marston and Jambalaya Pendergrass as they travel across West Hollow and get into some cowboy trouble. Find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/OneShotOnslaught every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every other Wednesday wherever you get your podcast. Now go on, get to subscribing.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I am back. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, let's find out where Brocolus is going to take us. 182, huh? Add 1 progress point. Oh, dang it! How far away is this guy taking me? We're up to 10 progress points, so I feel like that's gonna be probably like some kind of threshold. The 10. I cut myself off. Boop, boop. Okay, making sure that my voice is still coming through. The old man seems pretty sincere, so you don't sense any ulterior motives. To review a few simple details about yourself, go to 466 to make up a story. Oh wait, that is the wrong one. The elderly wizard leads the way up the ascending path towards the summit Dragonon Pass. Come here. It's not too far. You walk alongside him, realizing that you are approaching what is possibly the highest point of this part of the mountains. The air is crisp and cold, and looking southward, you see the greener parts of the dragon spine stretching back towards the moon sea, which glints like a blue pearl in the hazy distance. You are in the area littered with bones, the skeletons of dragons. This is the handiwork of poachers. This was done before I came here many years ago. They slaughtered many wormlings for their blood, scales, and bones. The old wizard looks down at the sadness lining his face. After a while, the wizard takes a deep breath, gives you a nod. Let's keep going. You and him lead further down this path. You trudge on upwards, a deep ravine to your left, steep slope to your right. Another half an hour of climbing, the wizard suddenly stops. Here we are. It's a bit of a climb. You look up and see that more than that, it is nearly a vertical ascent. Brocalis chuckles to himself. Not to worry, youngin. You don't have to climb it. I just wanted to see your reaction. Okay, so this dude's a fucking prankster. He mutters a few words and produces a feather from the folds of his robes, touching himself with you and you with it. Sorry, that sounded dirty. It made me giggle. Suddenly you feel yourself lifting up off the ground, rising up towards the lofty cave entrance. Brocalis sets you down just inside the entrance. Looking around, you see that you are standing in the mouth of a colossal cavern, big enough to accommodate the Grand Temple of Bane and the Zhentil Keep twice over. This is the lair of my friend Kisera. This comment makes you nervous? Yes, it does. As soon as I said it, Adam, got nervous. A dragon? Of course a dragon. This lair, my friend, connects to your precious Zhentarim tunnels. Oh, this is gonna be fucking gnarly if I can get like a dragon escort. He points his finger at a small dark exit at the far end of the cave. That way, if you walk far enough. How far? You ask, glancing nervously around you and behind you. Probably a day's walk, give or take. Follow that passage, and after about 2 miles and a bit of a drop, you'll come to a long abyss, a deep chasm that runs many hundreds of miles northwest and all the way to Vasa. Connects you to the Underdark, so have your wits about you. You're likely to run across some foul beasts in her depths. Suddenly, Brocalis seems to hear something and turns to look out the cave entrance. Ah, here she comes. You turn to follow his gaze and behold an incredible sight. A huge red dragon approaches. Heavy wings beating in the air and bearing up a massive body. Quickly you retreat to the back area of the cave to give the fearsome beast room to land. Brocalis, on the other hand, goes and stands right in the entrance and starts waving to the dragon. I'll just be going then, I say, making my way to the entrance. What? Oh, yes, you may be on your way, youngin. Go well. You walk back towards the small aperture, and just as you are disappearing through it, you see the massive red dragon known as Sarah gently alighting just inside the cave entrance, and the wizard reaching up to pet its enormous smoking snoot. 309. At a progress point. Well, that worked out really well, in my opinion. Not wanting to linger in the dragon's lair, you make your way quickly inside the opening and start east down a tight passage, hearing the sounds of the dragon in the cavern behind you as it tramps about. Picture like a big happy dog that just got home. You push on, eager to put as much distance between it and you as possible. After about an hour, the passage ends, or rather turns in a different direction downwards. A massive sinkhole lies before you. Gazing into its depths, you see nothing but blackness, and you wonder how you might progress from this point. It occurs to you that you are very high up in the dragon spines, and this tunnel is to connect to the Zhentarim tunnels that connect to the Citadel of the Raven. Then of course it must descend down to a lower level. You just weren't expecting it to happen in such a rapid fashion. Note, if you have dark vision... I don't. If you have a torch, you could drop it. Yeah, I think I've got a couple torches. How many torches have I got? Fuck, I might only have one torch. Oh, and by the way, that alchemy jug, I was supposed to have that alchemy jug because that's actually a infusion I've got for my level 3 artificer. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what I've got that I can drop down here. Trying to see if I've got I've got produce flame that I could throw. I could throw the produce flame. What's this distance on this? I could throw it 30 feet. So I guess I'll throw it 30 feet down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to 1 or 2 and see what it lights up. You drop the light source down the immense hole and it falls and falls and finally illuminates for a few moments what looks like the surface of an underground body of water. And it all goes dark again. Okay. So there's water down there. That's good. I do have a rope. I think it's just a regular ass rope. Oh, I got a cap of water breathing too. That might come in handy. Okay. Secure a rope. Oh, use pittons and a hammer. Oh, it's asking. Okay. I don't know what would be better, chat. Securing a rope to a stalagmite or using pittons and a hammer. I guess pittons and a hammer would probably be more secure because I've got pittons and a hammer and rope. I think that would be more secure than tying a knot. Okay, let's do the pittons and a hammer. 370. Rummaging around in your backpack, you soon find the pittons and a hammer that you were looking for and move onto the edge. You hammer the first end and gingerly put your foot on it. The rock crumbles away It is too loose. You watch as the pit and spiral downward, out of sight, and then a faint splash. Well, fuck. Okay. Chat, I thought that was a good choice too, so that is just bad luck. I mean, the only other thing I could do is I've got to try the where'd that take me? Oh, over here. I've got to tie it around a stalagmite and lower myself down. I'm gonna try that. 269. Making sure the rope is tied securely, you begin descending into darkness as your rope is standard 50 foot. Fuck, I think it is, and I think they just said it's a 150 foot drop. It is 50 foot, yeah. Okay, let's see what the fuck happens. 472. You lower yourself gradually, shimming down the rope further and further until, to your alarm, you see the end dangling just a few feet below. You have reached the end of the rope's length, not really keen on the idea of scaling back up. You look down. There's about 60 or 70 feet below. You see the shimmer of a watery surface. There's a small lake down there. If you drop into it, you would probably be safe. Thanks, Paul. Probably be safe. To let go of the rope, you will lose it from your inventory. Go to 256. To scale back up. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm not going to go back up. I kind of knew that this was going to happen. So Don Volcano drops. I strap on that water breathing cap right before. Go to 256. Trusting the gods to protect you, you release your hold on the rope and fall through the air. A few seconds later, you feel yourself hitting the water hard. You go deep underwater and have to fight your way back up to the surface. Con saving throw. My con is +4 for saving throws for some reason. And even so, I rolled a 4. So I got an 8. I only needed to beat a 10 and I had a +4. I only take a D4. Watch this. It's going to be a 4. It's a 3. Okay. Okay. Alright. Where was that? 132. You can't feel any bottom, and so you begin to make it to your shore, which isn't too far off, perhaps 20 meters. But you don't like the idea of what might be lurking down under there. Seriously, I have always really been afraid of like open water or unclear water and not knowing what's below you. So much so that even in like video games, if there's water with the chance of something being in the water, that is the most scared I will ever be in a video game. Zoltar, you have played Ark with me. I am terrified of the water in Ark. So yeah, I would be trying to get to that shore as fast as possible. Don't like the idea of what might be lurking, so you waste no time spinning. Finally, you've reached the water's edge and you have time to look around and gather yourself. You are at the bottom of a large chasm which runs north to northwest and is about 100 feet in diameter. The roof of the chasm is many feet above, and the whole area seems to be dimly lit by a strange purple phosphorescence that clings to the walls of the subterranean ravine. Before you, the surface of the lake returns to stillness. Seeing little point in lingering here, you survey the way northwest, which you surmise is roughly in the direction of the Citadel. And then I picture Clank just like again running and jumping and making a big splash into the water and just water going everywhere. All right, you start forward along the floor of the wide chasm. Go to 51. You advance up the chasm, marveling at its size. The story of Torog and his destructive journey through the Underdark comes to mind. Is it possible that the king who crawls smashed his way through this chasm in some distant past millennia ago? Your reverie is interrupted by a loud sound to your right. Oh my god. Shh! I could hear you coming from a mile away. Keep quiet. Don't fucking like that at all. Looking to the south wall of the chasm, you see nothing but a stack of boulders. To move over and investigate, go to 126. Yeah. I don't really want to like attack this person because obviously they could have attacked me if they wanted to. So I'm gonna go over and see why I need to be quiet. You approach the boulders poised with an attack in case some sort of illusory trap. However, rounding the large pile of rubble, you see a small goblin. Crouched and watching through a small hole in the debris. He glances at you. Crouch down. Crouch down. It's just inside that nook opposite. You disturbed it as it was coming out. But if we're very quiet. I'm gonna crouch down next to the little goblin. I'm not gonna raise my voice. You give the little goblin the benefit of the doubt and crouch down beside him, watching out through the little hole in the middle of the boulder pile. The name's Weasel Breath. By the way, he shakes my hand. What are you watching for? You ask. Cloaker spiders. Wait, look, they're on the wall. You look to where he's pointing and see not a spider, but rather disturbance in a field of vision, as if a blob-shaped ripple were passing over the surface of the rock wall. Utterly harmless. But if you can catch one, the serum they secrete is priceless. 300 gold per vial on the black market. Glancing down, you see Weasel is drawing back a crossbow-like contraption, which holds a large metallic sphere. What's that? A net bow, he whispers, as he sights up the creature. Damn. They're skittish, these things. He's not moving away from his hole, the little blighter. When I tell you to, could you go and block the entrance to the hole? I'll catch him for sure then. What's in it for me? If we catch it, I'll give you some of the serum. How about that? I'll give you 100 gold. I've got the money right here. Yeah, I really like the name Weasel Breath. I don't see why not. Actually, I do see why not. If these things were actually really dangerous, that would suck. I'm going to lean on chat here. So, I'm not going to rob Weasel Breath, because that's a dick move. So, we can either go with his plan, or I could just leave. Randall said that this is book 3 in a 5-book series. So, if so, I think I am going to need some gold. So, I think it may be a good idea for me to try to grab a little extra gold while I can. So I'll try. I'm gonna try that. Go to 543. You make your way over to the wall as stealthily as you can, aiming to get in front of the cloaker's nest. Make a stealth check. Oh fuck! I didn't know I'd have to make any rolls. 14. I actually beat a roll. Yes, successful. 576. You quietly move in front of the cloaker spider's entrance hole. You hold your breath, and then in a flash, Weasel Breath appears from behind the boulder, doing a combat roll that you're not sure is necessary, and then comes to his feet with his net bow at the ready. He fires, and the largest metallic sphere comes whistling towards you, missing your ear by a couple of inches. It hits the wall behind, and you get out of the way quickly, watching as the net explodes out from the sphere. It begins moving instantly. Something is definitely in it. Oh, yes, thank you, friend. He runs over and produces a strange-looking instrument, and you crane over and you see that now the cloaker spider has become invisible. It looks like any other, or visible. It looks like any other large spider, but with a strange purplish purplish coloration at the bottom of its abdomen. Weasel Breath applies the instrument and is soon filling it with purple serum. When he is done, he turns to you holding a vial full of the thick liquid and, here, this one's yours unless you'd rather have the money. What does it do? Well, it will keep you invisible for something physically breaks that cloak. A weapon hits you, you fire an arrow, and the cloak drops. I can take the serum or 150 gold. I think I want to take the serum. I mean, he said that you could sell the serum for 300 gold. So I could either use it and become invisible, which sounds pretty dope, or I could just sell it and make that money. So I think it's more versatile if I take the serum. And then he informed, so I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put a vial of cloaker spider serum. Okay. He's heading back to his village, walking northeast down the chasm. Will you walk with him? Yeah, why not? Worst case scenario, something pops off, I'll have a little goblin friend to be a little shield. Weasel Breath is quite the conversationalist, it turns out, and knows a lot about these caverns. There's troglodytes, they roam the chasm frequently, he tells you. And the horrid eyeball things, stranglers. Keep a watch out for those, be sure you don't meet their gaze. Oh, and the Zenitailor, of course. Humans, I mean. Zenitailor? Oh yeah, definitely. This news is a revelation. Does this chasm connect any tunnels? Oh yeah, another few miles ahead is the north wall of the chasm. You'll see the entrance in the tunnel. Humans down there. Barracks for the soldiers and whatnot. Oh, well, this is where I leave you. He indicates an opening in the south wall. My village is that way, so luck be with you, stranger. Thanking Weasel Breath for the information, you find yourself once again alone. Go to 293. I feel like we've been making a lot of fucking progress on this one tonight. Add a progress point. Speaking of progress, we're up to 12 progress points. The jagged walls of this chasm continue to bear witness to your passage, silent and dimly lit by the strange phosphorescence which continues down the whole length of the underground canyon. You walk for what seems like an age, your footfalls softly reverberating off of the walls. Then a new sound interrupts the stillness. Slavering, chomping sound of a wild beast. Something is up ahead in darkness and feeding. You duck behind a boulder, quickly consider your next course of action. It can't be that far off. You don't see it though. To approach with stealth, go to 16. Create a diversion, 71. Not a ranger. Pass without a trace. So our only options, chat, are either stealth or create a diversion. My stealth's +2, but you all know how bad Roll20 has been treating me tonight, so do you think the diversion would work? I'm trying to think like what I would need to do for the diversion. Oh, it's tricky. I like the idea of throwing a rock, creating diversion. I always thought that's funny in video games to do that, so I'm gonna try that. Go to 71. Slowly you stoop down and pick up a fist-sized rock, and then drawing your arm back, you hurl it at the north wall of the chasm. It clatters against the rock, and then it falls to the ground. The slavering stops, and you hear the sound of something small and heavy running towards the wall where the stone hit. Oh, add 1 inspiration point for the inspired solution. Well, Paul, you really suggested that solution, but I will take that advantage. Yes, please. Add and then progress to. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't sneak. Yeah, Tanya, that potion would make me stealthy, but I didn't want to use it that fast. Oh, wow. So that sucks. So that means I am going to be in combat. But I can make 1 surprised range attack. Okay, so that's good. So I get advantage, and I'm going to get surprise on the combat. So it's not a loss. I'm sure I would have failed the stealth check and not gotten any of that stuff. So, what's the combat sheet I'm going to? Abysmal Maw. Ooh, what is that? This hideous beast, busy feasting on the flesh of what might have been a soldier, becomes aware of your presence. Let me get the map. Okay. So it is all the way up to the north in this one. Not the A at the bottom. It's the A up here at the top. Yeah, with the way Roll20 was tonight, I'm really glad I didn't have to make a roll for it. So I'm happy with my choice to throw the rock. So I can make a ranged attack on it with surprise and then go into combat, it says. Okay. Okay. So this thing has 15 armor class, 17 hit points. Let me see what all it can do. It attacks by jumping and biting, attempting to knock me over. If it falls to 7 HP or lower, okay. Alright, we can do this. I feel much better about this combat than I did about the 2 soldiers on the path earlier. So for my 1 ranged attack free I think I'm gonna use Ray of Frost. I like Ray of Frost because I shoot. I've got like a frost beam, like a freeze beam, like Arnold Schwarzenegger has in Batman Forever or whatever that movie is. Because I'm an artificer, so I don't actually know magic really. So I'm gonna shoot out this frigid beam from my Arnold Schwarzenegger gun, and if it hits it, its speed is reduced by 10 foot, which would take it down to 20. If those are 5-foot squares, which I believe they are, he could not get to me. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yeah. How long does this... Until the start of my next turn. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to shoot him with my freeze ray. A 21. See if it actually works. I clicked that button to roll the damage. I've never seen this before. I clicked it twice. I'm gonna give that 1 second to see if it's gonna roll, and then I'm just gonna click it right here. Alright, I don't think it's working, so I'm gonna click this one. There we go. 6 points of damage. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Awesome. That's a big chunk of his HP. That's over 1/3 of his health. Freeze ray it. It's going to become aware of me. And now it is initiative time for me. Oh my goodness, guys. With a +2 to initiative, I got a 3. So I rolled a 1. Why roll 20? Why? This thing got a 10. So this thing's going to get to go first. However... Like I said, it literally can't make it to me. So I think I would have to. It would dash. I think it would try. It would get to me. With 40 speed, would it be able to get to me? Let's count these spaces real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 20, right? Whoa! That freeze ray stopped it from getting to me. and me kiting it, because if I tried to kite it, it would have been able to do opportunity attacks on me. So, yes, thank you so much, Freeze Ray. Love that. I don't think you're used enough, Freeze Ray. I mean, that's all it's got. It's gonna dash towards me, and it's my turn. That Freeze Ray did pretty good, but I'm not gonna be able to outrun it anymore. I don't think, because it's like 10 foot away from me, and with dashes, it would catch me. Oh wait, well no, my Produce Flame. Why do I have Produce Flame? You all tell me if this makes sense. My Produce Flame. Oh, it's because my Produce Flame is my Artificer, or my Fire Genasi spell. So it's only a +4 and also a D8. So I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm looking. I've got some other stuff that does do more damage. Like my crossbow does a D8 +2, but it's a +4 instead of a +5. And I think I would rather guarantee. Oh yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna be kind of cheesing it a little bit. But I am in fact going to try to Ray of Frost it again. A dirty 20 for 5 points of damage. So this thing's only got 6 points of health left. And it says if it falls to 7 or lower, go to 121. Well, first, Clank, my doggy, is going to run up to it. And it is going to rend it. Oh, I can't roll the dice. I have to actually roll. It's a +5 to hit. Oh, so it misses it. So Clank's not a very good boy this time and misses it. Doesn't get to bite it. However, this thing does something at 7 HP. Let's see what it does. Suddenly, in your peripheral vision, you see fast-moving shape rush in from the side. A flash of silver and black, and before you can even blink, the maw lies dead, sliced cleanly in two by a razor-sharp blade. You look up and regard the warrior who finished the fiend off. A tall drow with shoulder-length white hair stands before you, calmly sheathing his weapon. He looks up at you and smiles coolly. Good day, traveler. It's fortunate that I find you here, not because you needed saving. You look perfectly capable of defending yourself, but because the fact is we have need of you. Okay, well, dude, I'm already on a mission. I don't know. Can't really get tied down with another one. So that was 187, right? I believe that was 187 I was supposed to be going to. I'm really bad at reading Dungeons and Dragons names. Erlden. Erlden is my name, friend. I am part of an order known as J.Z. Charleston. We are not like other Drow. We do not worship Lolth. We seek to free the Drow from slavery of the Spider Queen, and if our friend Self-Failure is to be believed, it would seem our aims are aligned. Yeah, so many. I don't know, just so many letters that just seem like they're just like thrown in, like fucking somebody put a mouthful of alphabet soup and just spit it out into a sheet of paper. Oh yeah? I ask, skeptical of the Drow. How so? We, Jazeered Charleston, suffer no persecution at the hands of anyone, including the Black Hand. You seek the Citadel, do you not? You go to thwart Manchun? The Tyrant Manchun has for many years drawn his long life from fonts of Drow magic that are situated beneath the Citadel of the Raven. He has been robbing our people of their sacred treasure for many years while also persecuting them in Zhentil Keep, harassing our kind in the tunnels, sewers beneath the city, and now the Zhentarim seek control of the Citadel. If that happens, we will be chased from these tunnels also. Come. There are many more of my kind who wish to meet you, and one human. The brother Hawkham's assassin. The brother of Hawkham's assassin. Do I go with this dude? Do I insight check him? I guess the insight check's free, right? Just like last time, might as well go ahead and do a quick insight check on this guy. 4, I don't know shit. You can't tell whether he speaks true, but from his bearing you can tell he is a lethal warrior. Okay. Reasoning that you were discovered anyway, go with him, 531. The Drow approaches the southern wall of the chasm and to your shock appears to walk straight into it. This perplexes you at first until you come closer and see that there is an opening there, cleverly concealed through a simple optical illusion. You walk through the opening into a passage lit by the same purple phosphorescence that was present in the chasm. You walk southeast for some time. As you walk, the Drow introduces himself as Erdelin Rilzing, member of the Drow cult known as Jinsray or Charleston, dedicated to freeing Drow from the mindless slavery to the spider goddess Loth. Exiles from Drow society, the Charlestons work in the shadow. In fact, another name for them is the House of Shadow. Their ranks are made up of Drow descended from a Shadow draconic bloodline, and they worship Varium as their deity rather than Loth. You estimate that you walk for about half an hour before Uldren turns suddenly east. This passage goes a short way and then descends some stairs, ending up in a thick wooden door. Uldren raps sharply on the door 7 times, then pauses and a long time and knocks thrice. The door is open and a female Drow stands on the other side, slender and clad in tight-fitting black clothes. She regards Uldren, then looks over his shoulder and regards you closely. And then wordlessly, she turns and retreats into the room, leaving the door open. Uldren beckons you to follow him, and you both enter the room. Like the passages you have been traveling through, this room is lit by phosphorescent rock and is quite large. A round table sits in the center of the room, and in the corner is a small shrine containing an idol representing a symbol you have not seen before. Weapons adorn the walls, and several Drow watch you as you enter, standing beside Uldren. And one other, a human, an older man, with the look of a hardened veteran. He regards you closest of all. Uldren introduces you to the group, telling them your name and other information you have divulged about yourself. The others listen quietly, for the details of your meeting are outlined. The female Drow comes forward and stands no more than 2 feet away from you. "Welcome, stranger," as she says tersely, as if forcing the words out. You get the distinct impression that friendliness does not come easily to this one. "I am Marion Zuret, and I lead this band of loyal Charlestons. Strange as it may seem, we have need of you. It seems our purposes are perhaps aligned. You seek to uncover what has transpired in the Citadel, do you not? Then there are things you must know before you reach it." "What things? What do you know?" The Drow turns and indicates the human with a wave of her arm. "This warrior, Selfaral Omninal of Maulmaster, a man of questionable morals, no doubt, but an honest one nonetheless. His twin brother, however, not so much." The old warrior steps forward, hand on his hilt. "We have need of an infiltrator, young one." He says, without offering any sort of greeting, you get the impression that he is used to being obeyed. You were sent by Huron Falconhand, yes? Without waiting for a reply, he continues, Falconhand and I have never seen eye to eye, but we, my associates and I, can help you carry out your quest. Go on. So Farrell pauses for a long time, then turns and begins pacing, walking up the length of the room. My twin brother, Razendil, a captain within the Citadel, is Gaunt Lord Hawkhelm's true killer. He was given the task of assassinating Hawkhelm by Manchun himself. In return, Manchun promised to make him High Blade of Maulmaster, a title which belongs to me. Razendil lured Hawkhelm away from the Citadel, down into the tunnels beneath the Citadel. There he was ambushed and killed Hawkhelm, and now he plans a coup to take the Citadel, and he must be stopped. Why are the Drow involved? What quarrel do you have with the Zhentil? Marignon spits on the ground. For many years, Manchun has exploited the magical Drow fonts, and to extend his life, if the Zhentil gain control of the Citadel, then we will lose access to that site, which is holy to us. And so, Razendil's coup must not be allowed to go ahead. There is no way I can enter the Citadel, either by stealth or openly. Razendil will sense my presence despite the fact that we despise each other. We are forever connected through our birth. And each of us can sense when the other is near. And these Drow are too used to living underground, but you have been sent here on this quest, and you are accustomed to moving about in the spaces above the earth. You are the key to stopping Razendil's coup. They take a pouch and hand it over to me. This is a sending stone, an especially powerful one, which will allow you to communicate with us even if we are a mile or so away. We will shadow you almost to the Citadel and wait there, and then you must alert us when you are about to face Razendil, and we will come to your aid. There is no way you will be able to defeat him alone. He's much too powerful for that, and he possesses a powerful sunblade. So any Drow facing him would find the fight very hard, even more so if they were to face him alone. Journey the rest of the way to the Citadel alone. Marion will give you the incantation which will open the Drow magic portals you will encounter along the way, and they will give you an alternate routes to the Citadel and allow you to invade Zhentil. But beware, there are other dangers in the tunnels. Escapees from the shallows, so be on your guard. You accept the sending stone. I gotta add that to my inventory. And then Marion approaches you once more. Verin Virtui is the incantation you must remember. Let me just write that down real quick. Because I definitely won't remember that. Our entrances are usually near areas that the Zhentil use. There are multiple barracks and dungeons to the north, and they keep for various purposes. You will be much better off simply avoiding these and using the tunnels. But, as Selfarrell said, the Drow tunnels are not without danger either. You nod and repeat the incantation several times to yourself, memorizing it. There are creatures within these tunnels as well. We share these ancient passages with all manner of beasts, so stay on your guard. Avoid any door with runes you don't know. There are enchanted and cursed chambers within this dungeon, some containing great riches, great dangers also. Keep your mind on the mission and don't allow yourself to be tempted by gold and jewels. The Charles Sin will also provide you with 2 healing potions. Oh, hell yeah! If you have lost your weapons, then Drow can gift you with 1 or more. I have not lost my weapons. Is that I wonder what would have lost my options. Don't think I need any of that. The only armor they possess is leather. Oh, I don't need that. I can take rope, so I'm gonna take another rope. So I'm gonna take some torches too. Take one more torch. And rations, of course. Oh. Also, choose any standard adventuring equipment from the list in Player's Handbook, page 50, and roll a d20. If 14 above, the item is available. Oh, let me try to find real quick. Let me see if there's like one item on there that I really want to try to get. A lamp. Good fucking lamp in a living room? What's some cool stuff? I've got vials of poison and stuff. Oh, you know what I would like? I'm gonna try to get a bag of caltrops. Oh, okay, I got a bag of caltrops. I'm taking that. Cause why not? I like the idea of this. They feed me, give me a place to sleep. I can take a long rest. Add 1 progress point. I'm gonna do that. I think it's worth I'm only down 6 points of healing right now. But I think it would be good. I see that we're getting pretty close to the end of this stream. So it seems like this one's going to be a 2-parter. So if we end it soon, I think it'd be a good idea to go in with max HP. So let me take my long rest real quick. Yeah, I mean 6 points at this level could definitely be life or death. Okay. When you are finished resting, the warrior who brought you here, Earl, whatever his name is, accompanies you from the room and back of the main passage heading north. He places a hand on your shoulder. Go well, traveler, and stay hidden. And then, in but a breath, he is gone. You stand in a roughly hewn passageway which leads north, burrowing its way through the phosphorescent rock that glows a deep purple. Taking a deep breath, you put your head down and forge forward towards the Citadel of the Raven. Take the code word Jezared. I think I don't mind. I don't mind doing maybe one more room. I'm really liking this one. 289. Turning over the wards of the Silfaril and the Mini Round, whatever the fuck their names are. Yeah, I know, Danny. The code words are not easy to remember. Good thing I got my notepad. I just save every once in a while. You press through the rock tunnels that run according to the Jezared. Oh my goodness, these names. I get that they're like Dungeons and Dragons names that, like, if you looked up Dro name generator or what Dro names generally are, things like that. But man, doesn't mean that I have a good time trying to read them and pronounce them on streams. You wonder how long they have been here, these tunnels, whether they were made at the same time as Turog, the god that crawls, smashed his way through the Underdark, creating the tunnels that links the shallows with the deeps and the deeps with the Fey Dark and the astral planes. They certainly seem old. But they don't have the rough, untamed rawness that you have heard characterizing the tunnels of the deepest Underdark. You continue on until you see a passage that leads off to the west. The direction of the Zentarium tunnels lies in. This passage could connect with those tunnels. take the western passage, go to 66. To continue north, go to 244. I think I'm supposed to continue north, aren't I? I don't know. I thought I was supposed to keep going north, so I don't know why I would think that this one to the west connects the Zhentil tunnels. I think I'm gonna vote north, unless chat has heavy favors for going west. I know Zoltar said west is best earlier. 244. All right, I'm gonna head north and hope for the best. 244. Add 1 progress point. 14. You walk north and the passage begins to slope downwards, descending into the dark, silent rock. Fungal growth starts to appear on the walls, adding to their glow to the stone's phosphorescence, and the passage grows wet. The roughness of the passages stand in stark contrast to the Zhentil tunnels, almost as if Torog himself blasted his way through here, ripping holes in the very earth itself. You feel something strange, a vibration of sorts, and your attention is drawn to the sending stone gifted to you earlier. Taking it out, it feels warm in your palm, and you hear a familiar voice. You are nearing a dangerous place, traveler. I can only use the stones to communicate with you once a day. Why'd you use it? But you are approaching passageways that pass by a lair of lurking stranglers. Stay well away from them. Their eye rays are deadly. Once touched by them, it will be difficult for you to survive, especially if you are paralyzed. The strangler will choke the life out of you in a moment, so stay hidden in the shadows and move through this area quickly. Once you have reached the chasm, you will be largely beyond the danger. I will talk to you tomorrow. You reply with thanks, and Marion's voice bids you good luck. You wonder why she or Erdon, did not accompany you through this section, but you soon discern the answer. They are saving their approach to the Citadel for when you are in position, and there is no point in risking an early detection. Slowing your progress slightly, you begin to move as stealthily as you can, wondering when you will chance upon the so-called lair. After an hour or so, you notice the air changes somewhat. It becomes stuffier and tinged with the foul stench of death. The phosphorescence seems slightly dimmer here, as if struggling to cut through the darkness, and all of your senses are heightened. You enter a large cavern and immediately detect movement on the other side, about 50 feet away. With a forewarning from Mirion and a bit of luck, you may just be able to traverse this cavern undetected. I know Zoltar, you said west is best. Why can they only talk to me once a day? I want to be like, get up here and fucking help me fight this. Oh, make a stealth check with advantage at least. Okay, DC 13. I had advantage last time though. When Zoltar gave me advantage, I rolled 2 fucking 6s, so. Oh, 13! I made it! I'm gonna go ahead and pop out this other... Oh, it's rolling it on my screen. 6. The other one was a 6. Whoa! Oh, I was really not looking forward to that. If that fight would have happened, we would have probably had to have ended the stream during the fight and had to pick up on the fight next one, because we're about to wrap up. You move quietly, keeping one eye on the area where you detected movement. Staying in the shadows, you watch carefully as you pass and finally lay eyes on the thing. A hideous creature, it can be called that, consisting of 2 eyeballs joined by a fibrous sinew of some sort. Shuddering, you continue to make your way across the chamber and finally see an exit on the other side. Slipping quietly in, you put as much space between yourself and the chamber as possible. Fuck yeah, 327. Fuck it, let's keep going. I'm having a lot of fun. We'll probably, this will probably be the last section we do right here. Relieved to be past the lair of the lurking stranglers, you wonder what other horrors await you in the tunnels. You shudder as you realize that was your only warning for the day. From now on, you have to survive on your wits until tomorrow. Add a progress point, 15. You walk for another half an hour and then emerge in what at first appears to be a huge cavern, but looking up, you see that no roof. Squinting through the darkness, you can make out what looks like a rope bridge above. You are on the floor of what appears to be a huge chasm extending far above. The same phosphorescent rock that illuminated the drove tunnels is present here also, shedding dim light across the floors of the chasm, which is littered with boulders, rubble, and other debris. You start moving across the space, picking your way across the uneven ground. What is your passive perception? Perception at 7 if you have dark vision. My passive perception is 13. Fantastic. So I get to do that. 556. You take several steps back when you see it, a huge shambling creature. Its skin shimmering and sweating like wet leather. It raises a large disc-like eye and regards you briefly and then returns to what it was doing, which seems to be gathering fungus. It moves across the chasm floor as you watch it, positioning itself on top of fungus patches, then devouring and leaving others. It appears to be eating a kind of pinkish mushroom and leaving all the others. You have never seen a creature like this before and watch it for a few moments, transfixed, until it finally moves off further down the chasm. To try some of the pink mushrooms, go to this. Go to 369 to walk further. Oh, guys, I don't know if I should be trying mystery mushrooms or not. Oh, no. That sounds like Randall's all for eating a mushroom. Oh. What if it gives me fucking superpowers? I mean, that thing seemed to like it. It wasn't killing it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try one. 369. This will be the last. This will be, oh god, here it goes. 369. Make a survival check to see if they're safe to eat. My survival's not. Oh, 14. I'm off by 1. This is where having a high survival modifier would definitely be cool. I don't know if it's safe to eat or not. You search your memory but can't recall any information on this. Okay, so I haven't tried it yet. Chat. Do I try one? Or do I just leave? I'm gonna pause here for a minute. This is probably the last. In fact, you know what? I'll start plugging my stuff, and I'll let chat simmer on this one and debate it when I start to talk about all my stuff. So, thank you all for watching tonight. This one has been a lot of fun. Cannot wait to, I think, probably finish it next episode, I would think, because we've covered a lot of ground tonight. If you're not yet following this channel, please do. Please click the heart. Follow this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Majestic Goose Network. I only say that in case somebody's watching the video on demand on YouTube. If you're not following us on YouTube, follow us there too. That one is youtube.tv/OneShotOnslaught, all spelled out. May rebrand that YouTube to Majestic Goose also. We will see. What else we got? I mean, we've got a lot of shows on the Majestic Goose Network. We've got Halfway to Heroes, my first ever homebrew I've ever done. Having a lot of fun with that one. We probably have like 10 episodes left to wrap up our first campaign, and I don't know what we're going to do after that. So go check out Halfway to Heroes. Get caught up and finish the campaign out with us. One Shot Onslaught was our first podcast. We play one-shots from DMsguild.com on there. Roll for Weird is our Monster of the Week podcast and Twitch stream, where I'm actually a player in that one. It's the only show on the network that I'm a player in and not a DM of. That was a lot of fun. It's set in Louisville, Kentucky, modern day. We've got Dice Talk with Jeremy and Gerundu as they do interviews with various people in the tabletoping industry, and it's a very good podcast, very informative. Go check that out. I was a guest on their One Shots episode. Very good. And yeah, we've got a lot of really cool streams coming up. I think our next stream is Monday, which is our Modrus Bloodsport Association stream, where myself and Gerundu act as co-DMs / co-commentators, and it's a very sporty, very UFC, NBA, NFL, as we commentate on different random arena encounters. It's a lot of fun. We also have Shitty Cowboys, where I'm the GM for a Wild West Dungeons & Dragons show. It's a lot of fun. So we got a lot of stuff we're working on. Got some more stuff in the works. So stay tuned and try to keep up to date. Join our Discord, bit.ly/oneshotdiscord, all spelled out. I'll put a link to that in chat real quick. If you go and join that Discord server, the cast of all of our shows hang out there daily. We are very, very active, got a very cool and tight-knit, friendly community there that we are always happy to grow. And if you're not supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/one-shot-onslaught or bit.ly/halfway to Patreon. You can sign up for as low as $1 a month and get a lot of really cool bonus content, including shout-outs on every single episode of our shows, and of our One-Shot Onslaught and Halfway to Hero shows. And every single dollar goes right back into the shows. If you want to sponsor a stream, if you've got a DM's Guild adventure coming out soon, or if you've got a podcast or anything like that, we've got very, very affordable rates. Our streams are just $10 per stream to sponsor, and you will get a logo on the stream overlay throughout the entire night, and then a shout out at either the beginning, middle, or end of the stream. And these video on demands go up on our YouTube as well. So yeah, and then you can also go to majesticgoose.com/shop, and we've got a lot of really cool merch. I'm actually about to add more merch right when this stream ends. So I'm going to be hopping over and working on that site a little bit. So yeah. Also, it looks like Danny said you would leave. I don't really want to eat this pink mushroom. So Danny, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say go north, and I'm going to put 422 is where we left off. If I can copy that. There we go. So thank you all so much for watching. Stick around. I'm going to start a raid on the Nerd Asylum. I believe they should be live right now with Barovia Beckons. It's a very good Curse of Strahd campaign. Yes. So you mentioned, Randall, Tortured Lands and Drums of Daggerford. Daggerfort or Ford. And I did Tortured Lands a long time ago. But it was so long ago that I would love to do it again. And I haven't ran drums yet. So I'm very happy that I've got more in this series cooked up to run. But yeah, I'm about to raid the Nerd Asylum and their Barovia Beckons show. So stick around and it will pop you into their stream and just give them a big honk to let them know that the Majestic Goose Network sent them over. So let's go ahead and raid them. Give me 1 second, please. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye, everybody.